What if that agonizing silence between you and your ex isn't really silent at all? What if every thought, every pang of longing, every memory you replay on a loop isn't just trapped inside your own head? You think your thoughts about them are private, right? But what if you could broadcast them directly into their mind? What if you could make them feel your presence, remind them of that connection you shared, and inspire them to be the one to finally bridge the distance and reconnect? If you've ever found yourself staring at your phone, just willing a message to appear, then this is for you. You're about to discover a method that goes way beyond just waiting and hoping. And let's be clear, this isn't about playing mind games or manipulation. It's about understanding a fundamental, often hidden law of consciousness. Today, we're breaking down the step-by-step method to use thought transmission, turning your inner world into a powerful beacon that calls them right back to you. Let's be honest, the days and weeks after a breakup are just brutal. It feels like you're in a state of suspended animation, caught in a painful loop. You check their social media, you analyze their last seen status, you reread old texts, searching for clues, for any sign of hope that might ease that ache in your chest. It's a powerless feeling, like you're on the outside looking in with no way to say what's truly in your heart. You want to reach out, but the fear of rejection is paralyzing. You want them to know you miss them, but your pride gets in the way. It's a silent internal war that leaves you feeling completely exhausted and helpless. But what if that helplessness is just an illusion? What if you have way more power in this situation than you've ever been led to believe? This is where the concept of thought transmission comes in. This idea, rooted in the spiritual teachings of mystics like Neville Goddard, suggests that our consciousness is the one and only reality. And inside this one big consciousness, we are all connected. Your thoughts, and even more importantly, your deeply held feelings about someone else, aren't just locked away in your skull. They are transmitted to that person on an energetic, subconscious level. As Neville taught, everyone in your reality is you pushed out. This just means their behavior towards you is basically following a script that you've written for them in your own mind. If you're constantly assuming they've forgotten you, or that they're mad at you, or that they've moved on, you are literally transmitting those thoughts and feelings to them, and they'll subconsciously play that part. Thought transmission is simply the art of consciously and intentionally changing that script. Now, it's really important to understand that thought transmission, as we're talking about it here, is a metaphysical and spiritual concept. There isn't a body of peer-reviewed scientific evidence that proves you can just send your thoughts to someone and directly influence them in the way these spiritual teachers describe. Scientific research into brain-to-brain communication is happening, but it involves very complex technology, not just the power of the mind. Also, it is vital to distinguish the spiritual practice from the clinical term thought broadcasting. That term describes a delusional belief that others can hear one's thoughts and is often a symptom linked to serious mental health conditions like schizophrenia. If you're experiencing distressing symptoms where you feel you have no control over your thoughts being projected, it is absolutely essential to seek help from a qualified mental health professional. The techniques here are for personal spiritual exploration, aimed at shifting your own focus from a place of empowerment, not distress. Before you can become a clear broadcasting tower, you've got to clean up the signal. Trying to transmit from a place of desperation, neediness, or anger is like broadcasting pure static. It's going to repel, not attract. So here's how to get your mind ready. First, get crystal clear on your desired outcome. What do you actually want? And be specific. Don't just say, "I want them back." What does back even look like? Is it a loving text? A phone call where they apologize? A real conversation where you both agree to try again? Your clarity is your target. Write it down. A simple, clear scene is the most powerful thing you can send. For example, I'm looking at my phone and I see a text from their name that says, "I miss you. Can we talk?" Second, neutralize the negative gunk. You just can't create a loving reunion if you're marinating in anger, sadness, or desperation. Those low vibration emotions will completely taint your transmission. You have to find a way to get to a neutral, or even better, a positive state. This doesn't mean you have to be blissfully happy 24/7. It just means you have to let go of the resistance. A powerful way to do this is forgiveness. Forgive them for their part in the breakup. And just as important, forgive yourself. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Release the old story. You can't start a new chapter if you keep rereading the last one, right? Third, adopt the core assumption. The foundation of this whole thing rests on one belief. It is already done. You are not trying to get them back. You are simply aligning with the reality where you are already reconnected. This is the heart of Neville Goddard's law of assumption. You assume your desire is already a fact, and you persist in that feeling until it hardens into your reality. Okay, let's get to the practical, how-to part. I suggest you do this when you're super relaxed, like right before you fall asleep or just after you wake up. This is when your conscious mind is kind of drowsy and the door to your subconscious is wide open. Step 1. Get comfy and relax. Find a quiet spot where you won't be bothered. Lie down or sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out and feel the tension just melting away with each exhale. Your goal is to get into what Neville called the state akin to sleep, or SATS. Basically, your body is still, but your mind is awake and focused. Step 2. Build your scene. Take that specific outcome you got clear on earlier. The text message, the phone call, the hug. Pick a short scene that implies your wish is already fulfilled. The scene shouldn't be about the how, it should be about the result. Seeing that text from them is a perfect example because it directly implies they're thinking of you and reaching out. Step 3. Loop the scene with feeling. Now in your imagination, play that short scene over and over, like a little GIF in your mind. But don't just see it, feel it. If you're imagining the text, feel the weight of your phone in your hand. See the screen light up with their name. Read the words, "I miss you." And then, here's the most important part, feel the emotion this would bring up in you. Relief? Joy? A quiet, knowing smile? Let yourself sink into that feeling. Your subconscious mind responds to feeling, not just empty pictures. The feeling is the secret sauce. Step 4. The telephone technique. An alternative, or something you can add on, is Neville's famous telephone technique. In your mind's eye, feel yourself holding a phone. Hear it ring. Look down and see that it's them calling. Answer it. Now imagine a conversation with them, but here's the trick. You only hear their side of it. Hear them say everything you want to hear. "I was a fool. I haven't stopped thinking about you. I really want to see you." Feel the absolute joy and reality of their words as you listen. Step 5. Let it go and fall asleep in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. After looping your scene or having your mental phone call for a few minutes until it feels real and you're full of that emotion, just drop it. Don't force it or stress about it. Let it go. Then fall asleep marinating in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feel the quiet satisfaction of knowing you are loved, you are chosen, and your connection is solid. This is how you impress the subconscious mind. The real key to thought transmission is consistency. Your dominant thoughts and feelings are what get broadcasted. So I invite you to try this method with gentle persistence for the next 7 days. Don't keep checking the outside world for results. Your only job is to stay faithful to what you did in your imagination. If this idea resonates with you and you want to learn more about using the power of your mind, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And to affirm your power right now, comment below with "My thoughts create my reality." It's a powerful declaration to yourself and to the universe. Remember, the world you see is just a mirror of your own consciousness. That silence you're hearing from your ex isn't a wall, it's a canvas, and you are holding the brush. By consciously choosing the thoughts and feelings you broadcast, you are literally painting a new reality. You're not messing with anyone's free will. You are simply choosing a version of them that already exists in the infinite field of possibilities. A version that loves you, misses you, and wants to be with you. Stop feeling like a victim of your circumstances. You are the broadcasting station. You are the power. Start transmitting love, reconciliation, and connection. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and then watch as your world rearranges itself to reflect that beautiful inner truth. You have the power. Now go create the connection you truly desire.